There was a big ashram for Gautam Buddha in a village. A famous Buddhist guru lived there. One of his disciples there spoke a lot. He used to talk here and there all the time. When he went to collect donations, he would bring a new story from every house and tell it to the other disciples of the ashram. He spoke ill of one disciple to another, gossiped, and tried to be nice in front of others. He used to praise himself with his own mouth and always tried to prove himself to the guru as the most intelligent and best. He considered himself different and superior to all the disciples. He said that I am a child from a rich family. If I wanted, I could live a comfortable and full-fledged life. But I left all that and came here because I wanted to discover the truth, know myself, and know life. That is why my sacrifice is greater than all of yours. One day, the guru called all the disciples of the ashram and said, "All of you have to take some resolutions for the next month. This will strengthen your resolve and infuse you with self-confidence. All of you can take any resolution according to your capacity, and if any of you break your resolution before 1 month, then they will return to their old routine." All the disciples made big or small resolutions as per their capacity, and after telling the guru about their respective resolutions, they left from there. But the disciple, who wanted to show himself different and bigger than everyone else, went straight to the guru's hut and said, "I do not want to take any small resolution, but I want to take a big and great resolution like my own. Please tell me what resolution should be taken." Hearing this from him, the guru smiled and said, "Will you be able to fulfill the resolution given by me? Would it be possible for you to accomplish that?" "Probably not. That is not possible for you. You won't be able to complete it. That's why you find a resolution yourself." The disciple said, "No, Gurudev. Whatever resolution you give me, I will definitely fulfill it." The guru said, "Okay, then you will remain silent for the next month. I will not utter a single word from your mouth. This is your resolution." The disciple said, "Gurudev, is this also a resolution?" "This is very easy. I have to remain silent for a month. Please give me some big resolution that is worthy of my ability and that I have difficulty fulfilling." The guru said, "First, you fulfill this resolution." The disciple agreed with the guru, and at that very moment, he became silent, turned, and went out of the hut. He found it very easy to remain silent. He somehow passed one day by remaining silent, but from the next day onwards, the burden of not speaking started increasing in his mind. On the third day, he started feeling heaviness, and on the fourth day, he started feeling a strange restlessness because all the disciples of the ashram nearby were talking to each other. He also wanted to present his side before them. He wanted to stop her from speaking, but his resolve was getting in the way. That's why he would just make faces and eyes the whole day. A few more days passed in this manner, and the disciple fell ill. His head was bursting. He didn't even feel like eating or drinking. He just wanted to speak. He went to the guru and sat in front of him and wrote and told him, "Gurudev, I want to speak. I can't breathe without speaking. I am suffocating. I am going crazy inside. What should I do? Should I break my resolve?" Reading this, the guru smiled and said, "Resolutions are meant to be broken, but the one who fulfills his resolution increases his inner strength, and the one who increases his inner strength is on the path of society and awakening. Move forward. Taking the resolution was in your hands, and breaking it is also in your hands. Many of your brothers have broken their resolve and returned to their old routine. If you are not able to do it, then you can also break the resolution and go back to your old routine. But remember, if you are not able to handle this small resolution today, then how will you be able to handle the rest of your life? The rest of the decision is completely in your hands." These words of the guru hurt the disciple's heart. He went back from there without saying anything and locked himself in his hut. He would come out of the hut only for his important work, and the rest of the time he would sit inside the hut. 15 days had passed, and the resolve of almost all the disciples of the ashram had broken by now, but his resolve was still going on. He had not spoken a single word since taking the resolution. The whole ashram was surprised as to how a person who spoke so much became silent. After 15 days had passed, he again went to his guru and wrote, "Gurudev, I am silent on the outside, but there are many voices within me. There is a lot of whining and complaining. I keep talking internally. My mind keeps asking different kinds of questions. As silent as I am from outside, I am equally full of noise from within. Does a resolution like this still hold?" The guru said, "Yes, your resolution still continues. But as long as the voices of people keep reaching your ears, your mind will keep speaking. He has a habit of speaking. You may remain silent on the outside, but you will keep speaking on the inside. You have to move away from these things and these voices." The disciple bows to the guru and leaves from there, and as soon as the morning comes, he leaves his hut and goes towards the forest. Many days pass. The time for resolution also ends, but the disciple does not return. Everyone in the ashram was afraid that a wild animal might have eaten him. Meanwhile, many efforts were made to find him, but he was nowhere to be found. All the guru brothers had assumed that wild animals had made him their prey, but the guru did not think so. One day another disciple of the ashram came to the guru and said, "Gurudev, what would have happened to that talkative brother of ours? Could the animal have killed him?" The guru said that the animals might have made him their prey, but there might be another reason for his not returning. Maybe he got what he went for. Then the disciple asked, "Gurudev, is speaking too much so harmful?" The guru said that one of the many sorrows in man's life is that he can never remain silent. Always keep saying something or the other. More than half of our suffering arises just because of our speaking. Most of the fights in the family are caused by our meaningless speaking. None of us want to remain silent. We just want to make the other person listen. Whatever is in our minds, we want to take it out and put it in his mind. I want to make him understand that you are wrong and I am right. And in this way, everyone is accepting each other's rotten things. This work of listening and narrating in this manner continues throughout life. But in this misunderstanding, we lose our time, our lives, our understanding, and the most important and precious moments that can be lived, experienced, and in which happiness can be achieved. But what do we get in return? Nothing. Everything becomes useless and wasted. Only a few people are able to realize what we have lost in this madness. Just as other people are not aware of their arrival, they are not aware of their departure either. The disciple said, "Then what is the solution?" The guru said, "This is the only way to observe your thoughts with full awareness. Thinking about all mental problems while staying in the present. Doing your work with full awareness brings miraculous changes in life." After that, after getting answers to his questions from the disciple, he bowed to the guru and left from there. 3 months had passed since that disciple left the ashram, but there was no news of him. By now, all the guru brothers had also given up hope of his return. But one day, he returns to the ashram. There was no limit to everyone's surprise and happiness after seeing him, but now he was not the one who had gone from here. He came back as something else. An amazing change could be felt inside him. There was an amazing pause on his face and great peace in his eyes. As soon as he came to the ashram, all the guru brothers surrounded him from all sides and started talking. He also started talking to his guru brothers. Everyone who talked to him realized that he was no longer as impatient and talkative as before. Every word was coming out of his mouth very clearly and sweetly. After talking to the guru brothers for some time, he went straight towards the guru. He touched the guru's feet and said, "Gurudev, am I still silent? Is my resolve still valid?" The guru looked carefully into the eyes of the disciple for some time and said, "Yes, you are still silent. Not a single word is coming out of your mouth, and your determination is still going on." The disciple said, "Gurudev, when I left the ashram, I was silent from the mouth, but there were many voices inside me. There were many questions in my mind, and they were not stopping. So I went to the forest with the hope that there I would find peace, and the chatter in my mind would subside. But the more I went into solitude, the louder the voice inside me became. I started hearing the oldest voice within me. Only then did I realize how wrong I was. When I spoke ill of my family, friends, and guru brothers, at that time I felt that I was saying the right thing. Even when I used to gossip about the guru brothers and make fun of them, I still felt that I was better than them, and that I was doing the right thing. But that day, I realized for the first time how wrong I had been. For a long time, these voices and these complaints kept going on inside me, but gradually, one day, all these voices ended from within me. Now I became silent from within too. There was no one to speak from outside in that dense forest, and there was no sound left inside. That day, for the first time, I understood the true meaning of silence. There was great peace all around me. Although some sounds were still coming, which were coming earlier as well, I could not hear them. But now I could hear all those voices clearly. The sound of wind blowing, the sound of birds chirping, and the sound of flowing water. I heard all these voices with full consciousness for the first time. I had never felt such peace around me before. So to break this peace, I uttered a word for the first time. I screamed, "Oh God, what kind of peace is this? Why is everything so quiet? What happened?" But even after my shouting, the peace was not disturbed. Everything was as quiet as before, outside as well as inside. "Hey Gurudev, I talk to my guru brothers. I talk to you. I am calling. I am walking. I am seeing everything. But I am completely alone within myself. Even when I am in silence in a crowd, I am still alone from within. Even when I want to make noise within myself, I am still alone. Now everything is visible. Everything is beginning to be heard." The Guru said that as long as we keep speaking externally, there will be unrest within. But the day we turn inward, no matter what comes out of our mouth, we will remain silent. All the evils in the world mostly arise from our speaking, because we do not want to remain silent. We talk more than we need to. We do not want to listen to the other person, but we want to stop him from speaking. We want to make him understand who I am and what I can do. And this remains the purpose of our lives. All our energy keeps getting wasted on useless talk. In such a society, people's lives are filled with sorrows, which they are always busy sharing with each other. They never want to listen to each other. They do not want to understand, and they have never learned to remain silent, because remaining silent makes them feel small. The cause of all the wars in the world is our speaking. Therefore, we should speak only as much as is necessary, because speaking unnecessarily is a waste of energy, and speaking itself never allows us to return within ourselves, because it pulls us outward, and what is outside is this world. But if we want to turn towards our inner world, then this mouth should be kept closed. That is why all the Buddhas and enlightened people ran towards solitude, so that they would not have to speak much or listen much. He remained secluded and quiet. That's why you can travel easily. But if someone wants, he can remain alone and peaceful, even while living in this world. But for this, he will have to save his energy, which he was wasting till now in his meaningless words. Friends, the moral of this story is that speaking in vain is a waste of energy. Talking too much and in vain does not allow us to return inward, because it keeps us inclined outward, and those who want to travel inward should keep their mouths closed. I hope you liked this story and learned a lot. You can tell us your thoughts about the story by commenting in the comment box below.